The following program may contain language of an adult nature. Listener discretion is advised.
Views and opinions expressed on the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of alltalkradio.net.
We are anonymous, and you're listening to Maxwell Silverhammer.
Fuck that guy.
And DJ Jerkman.
Yeah, fuck that guy too.
Only on STEM Radio.
Damn, this shit really hurts me.
Oh man, hold on, wait a minute. This is some bullshit.
They're canceling the fucking show?
Yeah, they're planning on dropping us after 7 years.
That's bullshit. You still got people that listen and like the show.
Well, guys, you had a good 7-year run. What more do you want from us?
You're like a goddamn Oreo cookie. You taste like shit, but swathed in the center.
Okay, goddamn it. Our hands are tied, okay? Yeah, you're goddamn right, your hands are tied. Jerkin, pass me the duct tape, motherfucker. Wait a minute. What are you doing? Tape them together. Yeah, motherfucker.
You know what? I think I kind of like this.
Yeah.
Tie it a little tighter. Tighter.
Maxwell Silverhammer, G.J. Jerkman, Cruise Control, and G Motors. Hellfire, I think somebody lit a cigarette. Nope, it's the hottest radio show on the internet. So keep it locked here from 7 to 9. STIM Radio fans, they ahead of their time. And now it's lesson 1, man, this is lesson 2. No format because they keep it fresh and new. And this is what I call a real show. They tough as hell with a hard edge like a steel toe. They campaign like a bass said. So if you mad at them, call in, fuck some hate mail. And if you think that the jocks sound quirky, allow me to introduce you to the shit that hurts.
Oh, you sons of fucking
I knew that'd throw you off a little.
That's all right. I was ready. I was ready to go. I did not give a fuck. I was like,
you just kept right on flying.
Let it go, man. Let it go. Let it roll. Anyway, I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
I'm G.J. Jerkman, obviously.
Normally, for those who don't know, Jerkman usually fades me in as I'm doing that. Yeah. But in this case, he just had it like right up to go, ready.
And dropped your music instantly. You kept right on going.
Hell yeah. I don't give a fuck.
Tried to throw you off a little, didn't work.
Well, didn't work because I'm good. You know, I've been doing this for, 8 years now?
Yeah.
Shit. Speaking of that, you'd think in 8 years people would learn you don't piss off Maxwell Silverhammer. You know, it's like interviews and shit like that. All right, first of all, Gangsta Pat is a bitch, okay? We're just going to throw this out here. Gangsta Pat is a bitch. No wonder niggas hate him in the city. You know, he was – basically I was writing with him on Facebook.
Right.
And, you know, I was asking him if he'd be interested in coming on because he's like one of the first Memphis rappers, you know, that, you know, he kind of put Memphis on the map for all intents and purposes. And so
how long ago was this?
This is 1991.
Okay, yeah, had to been a while ago.
Yeah, so, you know, I mean, I remember hearing his stuff played on a college radio show, and I was like, hey, man, that actually sounds pretty good. So I went and got it, you know, because back then I was into just trying everybody's shit. You know, I didn't care where they were from or whatever. I wanted
just sampling it all, huh?
Yeah, I wanted to see what people in different cities were doing, you know.
Right.
And so
was it exciting?
Yeah, it was. Actually.
Would you do that nowadays?
No, I couldn't. But back then, you know, in the golden age, as they'd say, that's what I did. You know, I mean, I was buying all that shit. You know, just if they're from a different city, I just wanted to buy their stuff just to see how they sounded. You know, so anyway, I bought his shit, and you know, I started liking his stuff, whatever. And you know, I found him on Facebook and asked him if he'd be interested in coming on to, you know, to do a show and to do an interview. And he said, yeah, you know, so we're going back and forth, and everything was good. And then I asked him for his phone number, and that's when he started getting weird. I said, I need a phone number so we can call you the night of the interview.
Right.
And I gave him the station number, and I gave him my cell number, and I gave him all the other,
dog, man, nobody answer the phone and stuff.
Hey, dog, you know what I'm saying, dog, I'm trying to call in. Well, that's why I thought, well, okay, I could see him doing this. Like, you know, not responding back, but then calling into the show, you know, like at 7 o'clock or whatever, when it was time for him to supposedly go on.
Right.
So that's what happened. Well, that's not what happened. Nobody called in. No call, no show. So when you're a no call, no show, you are a bitch. And you think people would have learned that, and that means you are no longer welcome on the shit that fucking irks me. That means you can get a dick.
Never, ever, ever, ever.
Oh, yeah. You know what? And I've stuck to that decree.
Really? You never let this guy on, huh?
No, yeah. There's certain people, there's other people that have done similar things, and I've told them to fuck off too. You know, I'm sorry. I do a professional radio show. You treat me that way. You know, don't treat me like some fucking little, 300-pound fucking asthmatic, booger-nosed punk who, like you and Jeremy were talking about, who jacks off in his basement, doing a little pretend podcast thing. This is the real shit. So, I hate that. That that's one thing that really fucking pisses me off is people who don't take me seriously.
Right.
So like when you tell me, or like when you say, people say shit to you like, when I go into real radio.
When I hit the real radio. You are a real radio idiot.
Yeah, it's that kind of shit.
What do you think this is? It's all pretend?
Yeah. Like
you think this is one of those little kid Betty Crocker cake makers?
Yeah. Yeah, like because I'm a real person. And I'm sitting
when
here.
NBC or CBS accepts you, then you're real radio. Not till then, baldy boy.
When you suck some corporate dick, then you start talking about you being real radio. Until then,
you are not real. Until you get a shredded wheat commercial played, you are nothing close to being real.
And if you stop running those scare tactic fucking commercials, I got to say, all bullshit aside, that was a great show.
You liked it?
I enjoyed that. That was very entertaining. Probably one of the most entertaining shows. Well, aside from Mike, I like Mike. But that was good. Now you're gonna make I can actually listen at work again.
Right.
So I think I'm gonna start listening again.
Do shows.
Yeah.
Watch us get into it.
Yeah, because that is the allure of that show.
Yeah.
So, but no, it just pisses me off that here it is. You're a real down to earth fucking person.
Right.
You're sitting here with these people. You're being you. You're talking to them. You're shaking hands with them. You're telling them their shit's good, but yet you're not considered. You're not given high regard. That pisses me the fuck off.
It's bullshit.
So, when somebody does that, man, you're insulting me. So guess what? You're not allowed back on the show. You can eat a dick, Gangsta Pat.
What if he likes that? Well, maybe he's gay.
Maybe he is gay. Maybe that's
so then he'd have to eat a puss.
Well,
because you want him to do the opposite.
Oh,
of
do what he doesn't
right?
like. Yeah. Well, you know what? I guess if you're a pussy, they say you are what you eat, right?
Wow. Really?
So, yeah.
Damn.
But
I must be a brown one then. I ate that for the last 12 years.
I don't know. I'm all different colors, I guess.
Oh, yeah? Well, actually, you are. You, if you could see yourself, you were like multicolored.
Aren't I really?
Yeah, you look like a peacock in a way. Without the feathers.
Wow. Damn. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, Gangsta Pat's a bitch. What else is going on? Oh, you know what? Okay, now I know we talk a lot about this shit and continue with it and don't want to keep pushing it, but I just got to say, I had some doctor's appointments today.
Right.
And in these doctor's offices, they had the TV on, in the one that I went to, and it's on the Fox News Network.
Talking about Ebola?
And they're talking about Ebola.
Well, someone just told me that I should go check out on some of the things. I guess there's some major crap hitting the fan again, but I don't know anything about it.
It's major bullshit hitting the fan is what it is. All these fuckers are doing. The guy today that I saw several people. They were interviewing one guy from the CDC. He's like their public relations guy. And, they're going, well, you allowed this nurse to get on the plane that fucking helped the...
Yeah, I just see it right now. It says official. Nurse with Ebola called CDC before flying. She was not told not to take the flight. She was allowed to take it while she had Ebola.
Yeah, she had a low-grade fever, and then by the time she was on the plane...
And they said that they didn't tell her not to take it. They were okay with it.
Yeah, she took that flight to Cleveland, and there she was.
Does it sound like they're trying to spread this shit, honestly?
Well, yeah, not only that, but I saw how they were trying to minimize the fear.
The fear of this.
Yeah, they were just, they had one guy who was like, there is no outbreak of Ebola. You know what this motherfucker said?
What?
He goes, it's not airborne. You have to be in direct contact.
And it's kind of funny because if you go,
bodily
you know
fluids.
what? And I am going to find this. I sent it to AK, I think, the other day. I'm going to go on in a little bit here and find the CDC and what they said. Actually, in there, they twisted it to say yes, there is the possibility. It is in large aerosol, like if you sneeze or something.
Right. If I sneeze in here and I got Ebola,
it's in a big droplet. You can get it, and it can stay on the surface of something up to hours.
Well, yeah.
Alive. Unless it's in direct sunlight, then it shortens its life a little bit more. But
who goes around looking for Ebola microbes?
Well,
oh, shit, nigga. I better not touch that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, to me, You know, none of this shit makes any fucking sense. And why are they downplaying this so much when they had SARS come through and everybody, even the bird chicken ass flu, everybody was freaking the fuck killing birds everywhere. And you can't fly in from Kentucky because Kentucky's where fried chicken was made. And everybody's freaking the fuck out over SARS, which wasn't even that bad. There was only maybe, I think, 1,000 cases, if that. Yeah, and most of the people survived it.
Well, you know,
everybody like, hey, man. Don't you worry about it.
Oh, this was, and they said nothing, by the way, about the other cases.
Yeah.
You know, there was no talk of the one in Vegas. There was no talk of the one in D.C. So, you know, it was just funny that they covered the one in Dallas, you know, the one that happened in Texas.
Well, like I said, this whole thing is just, it's got a smell of bad government to it.
Oh, totally. But I can see, you know, there were like 2 people I saw on there, and one guy in particular who was very, you know, you guys need to stop. All you people that are causing fear, you're being irresponsible. We're being irresponsible right now, Jerkman.
Well, yeah, because we're letting people know that it does exist. And, hey, God damn it, don't tell me about it because it's going to fuck up my goddamn cruise to the fucking Bahamas and then back to Disneyland.
You know what? It's fucking up their cruise to Bora Bora.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, and the whole thing is, it's like, all right,
you know,
if it is a scare tactic from the government, a false flag, that's fine. Then you still should be alert and keep on this because then you got to know what the hell they're up to next.
Well, that's it.
And if it isn't and it is real, then once again, you should be on this and know what the fuck is coming up next.
Well, then the guy does this.
Get your head out of your fucking asses.
Well, this was more talk just to get your head further in your ass.
I like my head in my ass.
I mean, I wish that you guys could have been there watching this broadcast. Because the way the guy was talking, he was just like, you know, there's nothing going on. There's no outbreaks. You know, if there was, you would know. Unless a medical professional contacts you personally, you have nothing to worry about.
Okay, it's not an outbreak. Then if someone that's got a contagion and passes it on to somebody else, isn't that?
Oh, but you have to lick their bodily fluids, Jerkman.
You mean to tell? Okay, yeah.
That's what this fucker was saying.
And this is another thing. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, this is where this makes absolutely no fucking sense. Because they're saying the only way you can get this is by bodily fluids, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Then, but a cough and a sneeze with body fluids coming out of you doesn't count?
Well, that's it. Or you cough on your hand, put your hand on the chair.
But it doesn't count because I guess it only can come from semen and blood, apparently. Like AIDS.
No, I would think it would come from saliva. It would come from mucus.
Bingo.
From urine. How many motherfuckers do you see not wash their hands? Dude, I've been seeing a lot of people walking out of bathrooms without washing their hands. It's kind of fucking. And you know what? I'm seeing it more. You know,
well, of course, it's because
unless I'm paying more attention to it.
Everybody's irresponsible year.
Oh, there we go. Well, you know what? Talk about being irresponsible. We're irresponsible because we're trying to let you know what the fuck's really going on, but yet they're not being irresponsible by not washing their hands.
You know, I'm going to look this up right now. CDC on Ebola because this is bullshit. I know I read it and I know what it said. It kind of goes into the direction of simply yes. It may be in large droplets, which comes from the nasal cavity, the mouth, other areas like that.
Well, how easy?
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, even if it's not, then are these people walking around rubbing their dicks on everything? Is this what's going on? Because don't touch anything. It can stay 7 to 8 hours or whatever it is on a surface. Oh, wait a minute. Don't touch that. Maybe he had his penis or her vagina rubbed on it.
It's more than just penises and vaginas, man. It's
That's
everything.
What I'm saying. This is bullshit. How dumb are you, fucking dumb shit?
Yeah. Well, and what else? There was one other thing he said. You just reminded me, and it went away. Something about coming in direct contact with the bodily fluids, and that's why the people that were giving the care to the guy who had the Ebola are now infected. But there was something the guy said, and I was just like, oh man, dude, really? One point, somebody slipped on there, which I thought was funny. He said, you know, if you caught Ebola.
Yeah, Obama.
So it was kind of funny. Yeah, they said Obama. Like, whoa, is that a Freudian slip or what? So, but, there was something else the guy said that was really, here's what he said. He goes, you know what? You guys want to go out and panic about something? Go out and get a flu shot. That's what you do. Get a flu shot because the flu has killed more people than Ebola has right now.
Well, yeah, okay. Oh my God! Here we go. Here we go with dumbness again.
Yes.
So we're gonna wait till it kills everybody off, so then we can someday when maybe the population comes back again, we can say, "Oh my God, it's not like Ebola." You know, and they get the newest fucking. Okay,
Yeah.
so you want this to go kill off all these people, so you can finally say, "Oh, it's killed more than the flu."
Yeah, then you can have a statistic.
Yeah, and then and like other brilliant people on this planet have brought up to me, AIDS has been around since the 80s, and you're worried about Ebola, but yet you still don't use the condom. You know what? Take the oxygen, very little that's obviously going to your brain, and
just shut it off.
Take a tie and just cut that little last bit off, and don't die from Ebola. Just die from your stupid-ass dumbness, because, yes, AIDS has been around. Yes, people do carelessly go around and fuck one another and catch this disease. But there is nobody going to rub their dick on something that I'm going to catch it from grabbing in a fucking shopping cart.
Well,
Big goddamn difference.
Who's fucking? You're not fucking anybody without a condom on.
No.
So
right. If they're doing it, fine. Okay. If they're not worried about that, fine. Don't be. But this is not just a sexually transmitted motherfucking disease.
Exactly. I mean, this is something, like we said, if someone was spit and then put their hand on something or whatever, a doorknob.
Okay, here we go. Let me read this part to you right here,
Okay.
which I do have, and I'm trying to look down and read, so it's kind of hard to do because it's way down.
Okay.
But okay, right here it says, notify health officials if you have any direct contact with the blood or body fluids, which sense as but not limited to. Here we go. Feces.
Okay.
Saliva.
Uh-huh.
Urine. Vomit and semen.
Okay. Well,
What about women's vaginal juices?
vaginal blood?
Unless they're screwing everybody and they secrete the semen from the other man, don't women have some kind of body fluid popping
Well,
out?
yeah. I mean, obviously, that's probably in there with semen somewhere.
Right. I'm going to try to find this other part here where it says, I think maybe it's under transmission. Let's try looking under transmission.
But again, okay, now are they trying to say that it will die if it's outside the body? That's what I want to know. How long does it take for that,
It says when an infection does occur in humans, the virus can be spread in several ways to others. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean.
Okay.
Ebola is spread directly through contact, through broken skin or mucous membranes in, for example, eyes, nose, mouth, within.
All right.
Blood, bodily fluids, blah, 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 which they spewed out. Breast milk, now they've added to it. Sweat now has been added to another page, which they didn't have it on that one. What is sweat?
Sweat's all over.
What is fucking sneezing? I mean, come on.
Well, that's it.
Where do people start drawing the correlation between that it's still a fucking bodily fluid, you dumb shit?
Well, and now, like they say, it can only live outside the body so long. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody hawks a loogie.
Yeah, I'm trying to find where it
and
says,
you put your hand in it
trying
somehow.
to get this so you can hear me and read this at the same time.
Is there a video that talks it, that speaks it?
Oh, I'm sure it's from the CDC, and all they're going to tell you is, don't worry, we've got it all under control.
I'm just wondering if there's something
Ebola
information
is not spread through the air or by water or
Okay.
by food.
Okay.
So, wait a minute. So, if someone that has Ebola touches your fucking food, has sweat on their hands, now the virus is on your it's not spread. Come on.
So it's not spread by food.
It's not spread by food, but yet oh.
Or how about you drink after somebody that had Ebola?
Wow.
And you put your lips on that same glass. Can't you?
You cannot get it
Ebola?
from a mosquito.
Oh, well, that I kind of figured. That's
well. Wait a minute. If a mosquito is sucking in the blood of a sick Ebola victim, runs to you and then feeds on you.
Well, that was my thing with. Remember, I asked that
with
about
AIDS.
Remember that I asked about bed bugs with AIDS. Remember?
Yeah.
And apparently that has never been. They've never known bed bugs, but that makes sense.
Well, what do they say a mosquito is? A flying hypodermic needle.
Yeah. Well, you can get malaria from.
You can get malaria. So if you can get malaria, why couldn't you get Ebola or AIDS?
I'm thinking you could.
You would think so, right?
That would make sense. Same with bed bugs. I would think, because they suck blood.
Well,
so
let's not talk sensible, though. Let's talk dumb shit.
Okay. Like, I'll do what the guy did. And then at one point, you know what he did at the end of the thing?
Right.
He goes, guys, let's talk about happier things. Like, our rebels are up. And he starts talking
I hate that shit. Don't get your goddamn sports. Take your sports and shove that football right up your goddamn anus hole.
That's what they did.
And hope I got Ebola on it for your ass.
They jumped right into sports.
That's what I'm saying.
Right after that.
That's because that's where the dumb shits follow. The dumb shits will be like, Oh, really?
There it is. There it is again.
Oh, really?
Really?
You can watch some sports and be happy, really?
Sports and the teams are doing well, and what celebrities getting kicked off fucking
I am
celebrity
such a
deathmatch?
stupid ass. Really, I am.
Yeah, more shit to keep you dumb. That's what it is. And then
As much as I've been coughing it, I think I got Ebola.
you got Ebola, man?
That's possible. I may have, touched somebody's penis.
Maybe you did. But see, again,
Who
it's not
knows?
just the penis, man. Why is everybody so fat?
Because it's like,
it could be anything. If I cough on my hand and I've got Ebola,
well, they're
and
saying
I touch
no.
a doorknob,
They're saying no, but
sure.
But so funny part is
I wouldn't
as
test.
you looked from one page to another, they didn't add sweat to the other one. You mean all of a sudden they decided on a hidden page to say, oh yeah, in sweat too?
Well, and how long does it live outside the body? That's what I'd like to
That's
know.
what I'm trying to find
Now,
out here, 'cause it's like,
if it's been 2 hours and I coughed in my hand and I spit on that doorknob, whatever the fuck, and you grab it 2 hours later, it's dead.
What I've heard
But-
is it's supposed to last a couple hours to several hours. It can,
Okay.
depending on sunlight, temperatures, things like that. So,
Okay.
so at least a couple hours, at least.
Yeah, but you could be that lucky person that grabs it 30 minutes later.
You could be the lucky fucker that just went to the goddamn Walmart shopping center and picked up, your fucking Ebola cart that you didn't know and you put your hand on and wiped your nose or whatever you did, and all of a sudden you're the newest fucking Ebola victim that they won't count yet because
course.
they're not ready to have a scream and run for the vaccine because Bill Gates and
Zuckerberg,
Mr. Zuckerberg,
Charlie.
that's going to help us all, has not fucking got their bullshit together enough to sell it to us.
Oh, no, of course not. But once they create it and patent it and do whatever the fuck they're going to do.
Oh, they patented it already.
Oh, they patented it several years ago, didn't they? This was like
hell
planned.
yeah.
They already planned this
They
shit.
patented it in 2007. 2009 is when they started making variations of it.
Nice. So, again, I just thought it was funny they didn't discuss any of the other cases. I mean,
And they won't.
Well, and see, there we go. That's how you can tell. In some ways it's good to be enlightened, but in other ways,
Right.
it kind of sucks. Because,
Well, yeah, it does.
But
hand sanitizer will kill this, apparently.
oh, yeah?
Yes.
So everybody go out and drink hand sanitizer.
Yeah, drink it.
That's what you do.
Yeah, drink it. Dump your body. Walk around like a gooey goddamn mess of fucking hand sanitizer-ness.
Bathe in that shit. You know what I'm saying?
And once a day,
Brush your teeth with it.
put down a mat on the floor and just roll in it.
Man, get hand sanitized out of your mind,
Yeah.
and you will not have Ebola. That's it. Well, I guess, that gets you to get more hand sanitizer. That's, I wonder if because that's been a rage, too. You notice
Hand
that, like,
sanitizer?
everything you go, they always have those the keychain thing.
Well, yeah,
where-
they actually told you, or they said before that that it's actually made people's immune systems even worse. That it's made them less intolerable to normal things because it not only kills off good bacteria, it doesn't distinguish between the two.
See, this is how I feel about a flu shot. The same way. If you get a flu shot, what you're doing is you're weakening your immune system because it doesn't have to fight as hard. So the 1 year you actually decide you don't get the flu shot.
Whoa, fucking whoa here. Wait a minute.
Where am I getting this?
No, I just read something else here. This
Okay.
makes I should have finished reading this and then you would have seen the asinineness to this.
Okay.
Ebola is not spread through the air or by water.
Okay.
Or in general by food. However, in Africa, Ebola may be spread as a result of handling bushmeat.
This is just what you just said a few minutes ago.
So, yeah. So, wait a minute. Oh, God damn it. They only put me on a fucking cow ass patty. I'm not on bushmeat. I can't affect nobody this way. What the fuck? You morons out there really buying this bullshit?
What is bushmeat?
Like monkey and shit like that.
Oh, yeah, because we eat monkey every day over here.
Well, but they're saying over there, well, if it can be tracked on monkey meat, do you think it differentiates between monkey and bull or fucking cow or chicken?
Like you said, handling food. You just said that a little while ago.
Right.
If somebody's working as a chef or a waiter or waitress, handling your food, and they get their hands in your food and they've coughed on their hands, then guess what you're going to eat?
From
Ebola
a person,
pizza.
From a person that is infected with, it says bushmeat, which is wild animals hunted for food.
Okay.
And came in contact with infected bats.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, now all that's crazy.
Hello, I'm here to suck your blood and give you Ebola.
Yeah, Dracula,
Can
man.
you get it from a vampire?
Yeah.
For God's sake.
Well,
Or can a vampire get Ebola?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe he's just like, I do not die.
I will not die.
I
Count
have
them. One suck of the neck. Two suck of the neck.
3 motherfuckers dead.
You're lucky. I cannot give you Ebola yet.
I don't know, man.
I did not eat my bushmeat yet.
Can Dracula pass Ebola? That would be interesting. Maybe he better stay home this Halloween.
Yeah, maybe he should.
Dracula's the CBD.
You can't get me. I'm undead already.
The CDC
Get the bushmeat away.
is saying that Dracula must stay in his coffin this Halloween. So nobody can dress up as Dracula or you will be shot.
Oh, I can't wait this year because I just cannot. I'm dying to see. Because you know how original people are. How many zombies are going to be out there this year?
Yeah, everybody's a zombie. You know what the thing I was at, though? They had some cool costumes, though. There were some pretty
zombie
cool
costumes?
Not all zombies. There was other stuff, too. There was ghouls and goblins and ghosts. And
I decided what I'm going out for.
What you going to be?
I'm going to be Count Dracula. I can't get the Ebola that way.
You'll be shot on sight if you're Dracula.
God
the CDC
damn it.
will shoot you.
That's okay as long as it's not the silver bullet or a stake in the heart. I'm all right.
Oh, that's right. We'll be right back, bitches.
What up, though? It's the undeniable JT Money, a.k.a. the Bitchizer, and you tuned in to STIM Radio with Maxwell Silverhammer and GJ the Jerkman. Heavy that. And guess what? They hate hoes almost as much as I do, so don't sleep on these cats. And speaking of sleeping, don't forget to check out my new single, Hustling, from my new project, Morning Wood. It's going down heavy, baby. And speaking of being out, I'm out like a busted traffic like you already know. Get him, Jay!
Answer me this. When did having a lot of YouTube hits and hella MySpace friends begin to determine whether a rapper has good music or not? Let's be serious. You wouldn't trust half of these people to wash your car or your dog. But you gonna let these people determine what music you listen to? That's crazy. You gotta be a leader, man, not a follower. And check out that classic album by your boy Black Ice, 5.0 Reasons, 10th anniversary, 1998 to 2008. It's that classic Bay Area G-Funk and mob music. Sample the entire album at cdbaby.com, rhapsody.com, Napster, and iTunes. Or just Google your boy Black Ice. That's Y-A-B-O-Y, Black Ice.
He was a young white kid from the suburbs who had it all. Yo, Pops, when you gonna paint my motherfucking Bentley and shit? Sorry, son, I'll get to it. It's just been very hectic down at the office. But he wanted something more. Yo, I wish I could be a G, dog. He wanted to come from those mean streets and be a G like his compadres that he looked up to. Yo, man, if only I could have a gack, dude. I'd bust the most caps out of any G. Then he met Jay Fucker on MySpace, where he learned to rock up that crack cocaine with the dopest of OGs from the street. Yo, we gonna hit the track right now, and we gonna slang these hover rocks to these motherfucking fiends, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, can I roll with you, dog? Can I roll in your 6'4"? It's a tale of urban struggle. Yo, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive out in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, I can dig it. It was a tale of romance. Hey, dog, you mind if we sleep in the same bed? Gerald Jisenbag and Harold Hardcock give it 2 thumbs up. It's Black Cock Down.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Maxwell Silverhammer of the award-winning Shit That Irks Me. Now, usually, I'm joking and having fun and laughing, but in this case, I'm here to talk about something very serious. There's a phenomenon that's going on all over this country. It's called dimpling or dimple caking. That's right. There are lonely-ass, poor, sorry sons of fucking bitches that have no friends, no life, and nothing really going on for themselves. So they need people to talk to. So what they'll do is they'll call your phone. And usually what you'll do, being the heartless son of a bitch that you are, you'll just let the phone ring and roll it into your voicemail. And then you sit there and you contemplate, oh no, I have to call this person back. I have to call this person back, knowing that there's quite the chore that's in front of you. What do you do? If you're the heartless son of a bitch that never calls them back, you need to stop now.
you need to call that person back and do your dimple duty. That's right. It is your dimple duty to make sure that this person is happy and content and feels worth. That's right. This person needs to feel like they have some worth. So, do your dimple duty today. Thank you. I am Maxwell Silverhammer with a public service announcement. Do you hate women that you can't fuck? Have you tried to rub your dick on some woman's foot and she turned you down?
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, if so, you need Game for the Mentally Lame. That's right. If you're a mental retard and women are trying to kill you with their Google Cheesy Leezy, then this is the book for you. That's right. Learn brand new pickup lines. Hey, baby, you hear my fake? Wanna hit on it?
No, I don't want to sit on your face, but I'd like to split your fucking lip.
Or you can also learn brand new ways of being smooth and romantic with the come-ons. Hey, how about we go have some choochie, and then after that, we can go to the rum runner.
Great, just what I've always wanted, my own drunken alcoholic retard. No thanks.
So see, the proof is in the tard. So get Game for the Mentally Lame for only $19.99 if you call now. Order Game for the Mentally Lame for all tards and those who can't quite get it. At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Available for digital download only.
Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass. With such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, you fakes at your fun. My tongue's replacing the gun. My toleration is none. Fuck a buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters. So turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you be getting a ticket. And if you
straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scams. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts.
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. Back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul. R&B, soul. Hip-hop bangers like. Hip-hop bangers like.
25 sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the bay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot.
Classic throwbacks, life.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. But I damn near got caught, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on JNJ.FM.
We are anonymous, and you're listening to Maxwell Silverhammer
Fuck that guy.
and DJ Jerkman,
Yeah, fuck that guy too.
only on STEM Radio.
Damn, this shit really hurts me.
Oh, yes, bitches. So we're back. We were talking about Ebola last segment and how they try to downplay it now, which is kind of funny, to build it up, to break it down, you know.
It's a mind game.
Yeah, well, like what you say, you know, because you're the prankster. What's your tactic when
I'm trying to really
pranks?
mess with somebody to really get a good joke over on them?
Right.
You slowly slip it in. You get them concerned about something, but then you ease it up a little bit, and you let them believe that it's not real, but it's still in the back of their mind running. And as you're doing this, then you keep throwing a couple more little innuendos out again, because now they don't know it's real, it's not real. They're starting to get even more paranoid than what they were originally, because they're like, okay, well, if it's not real, then it means he's really up to something. But if it is real, then I'm really so you start.
Right.
It
Well,
really
it
fucks with your mind.
At some point, you start seeing it as somebody crying wolf.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and they've done that over the years, and this is one of the things that they've done and will continue to do.
Yeah.
It's just them.
So, and I love the double talk. Like the thing you just pointed out there before we went to break about, okay, they say that handling meat or it can't be spread through food. Then later handling bush meat, which I guess you said was monkey.
Monkey, bat, anything, just whatever they eat in the wild meat bush area.
It shouldn't be. Anybody who handles, if you're in a restaurant and somebody's handling your food and they spit on your food or they jizz on your food or whatever the fuck they do, somehow some bodily fluid from somebody who may have Ebola will be on your food. So you're going to be eating that at some point.
Okay, now here's something you wanted me to play this, so I found it.
Oh yeah. So we were talking, medical martial law.
Martial law. Now think about this: if medical martial law actually comes into play, that shuts elections down. Yeah. So we could actually be caught in the middle of a nonstop Obama reign.
Yeah. So in other words, when his 4-year term is up, which I think he'll do this closer to his.
Take it closer to it because then it gives them time to say, hey, we couldn't get this under control, and it leaves everybody else. And even if he doesn't, okay, and we get this thing under control and blah blah blah, we still got another nightmare coming. Warren Buffett is running with fucking Hillary Clinton. Right there's a fucking nightmare. I'm not sure which is worse, that or Ebola.
Wait, now Warren Buffett?
Warren Buffett is going to run, as I guess going to be announced. I don't know if it has been quite yet, but it's going to be running with Hillary Clinton's running mate. Her supposedly going to be our. Would be if she would win, our vice president.
How could somebody like Warren Buffett possibly?
Because he's got $1 billion. He bought up our fucking electric out here. Anybody that's got money pouring out their ass.
How can they have the best interest of the general population? That's what I want to know.
When you ask questions like that, you disgust me.
Yeah, well, that's.
You're asking questions like that. What you think that he wouldn't have our best fucking interest at heart? He only comes out here and raises our goddamn bills beyond our fucking belief and everybody else is because he's trying to help you. Fuck you.
Yeah, I know. He's looking out for us.
Okay, here we go. Let's listen to this.
So this is medical martial law commercial. Okay.
This is one that was actually put out and pre-made and ready to run.
These are ready to go at the time. Okay.
Yeah, this is done by... here we go.
Let's
Should be able to hear it in a second.
All right. And there we go.
Here we go.
As of 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the President has declared the continental United States under martial law. A nationwide curfew of 7 p.m. tonight has been put into effect, and any citizen caught outdoors between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. is subject to arrest and detention without counsel. All reserve military personnel and National Guard are ordered to report for immediate deployment. All law enforcement, firefighting, and emergency personnel will be federalized effective immediately. All communications facilities, including the use of landline and cellular telephone facilities, will be reserved for military and rescue operations. In order to halt the spread of this contagion, our nation's borders to Canada and Mexico have been sealed. No longer see children in private residences, no matter how safely protected or well stocked. Retain all ownership records of private property, but do not attempt to transport or defend said property. Rest assured, looters will be prosecuted with deadly force, as will any attempts at vigilantism or secessionist political activity. No questions.
What's all that shit in the background?
Medical martial law. That's what we're getting ready to see in this country. The signs are all here. Okay? They said that,
this guy's Tom Luke Shaw is his name.
Ebola, it's not even going to make it into the country. There's nothing to worry about. And now it's here. You're having families being quarantined in the United States under armed guard, even at their own homes. What's the difference? And you still got people out here that are taking no measures to protect themselves at all.
This guy's pretty much preaching to the choir.
We have been conditioned.
But I think someone else,
you
hear just one part here.
Conditioned, especially the last 10, 20 years, with the swine flu and the avian flu and this flu and that flu, and that way it gets to a point where everybody's like, Ebola, swine flu, avian flu, this and that, schmata, whatever, and they don't care because they've been conditioned to always believe that nothing's going to happen. But then when you are encountered with what's going to be the big one, Now that's where the big problem comes in. Because, you know, here we are.
Just a
no
couple
one
more
is
minutes.
taking any measures. People are just out here pumping gas, grabbing the gas pump with their hands. Who used that gas pump before you did?
See, this is shit
Who
I've been
was
saying.
pushing that shopping cart around in a grocery store before you were? Who is the food service worker handling your food when you go out to a restaurant like we all do? You know, even if it's Taco Bell or McDonald's, it doesn't make any difference. Who's handling that food? Yeah. So now you see what I'm saying. You need to start taking precautions, because any day you're going to wake up to a presidential address saying stay home. Don't go out anywhere unless it's absolutely necessary. But another thing is people say, well, let's close the borders. It's already too late. It's already here. The thing you got to worry about now is if it's going to mutate. Is it going to what they're called a gestation rate, where it can be in, and I believe that's correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. But, you know, where it stays in someone's system, like someone could have Ebola or airborne Ebola or some type of mutated form of it and not show signs for a week. Now, how many people have they come in contact with?
Well, that's, yeah.
You know, all it's going to take is a host. In just my opinion, I believe that it's weaponized. And I believe that when it hits a certain host, which here we are coming up on flu season.
This guy's saying
it's
what we
gonna
say.
Create a
Pretty much. I
pandemic
mean,
that is going to just.
He's preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's gonna run
But now the other one that I'm interested about, you know, the one that you played earlier, what was all the? There was people in. There was a crowd when he was
Well, what
talking.
he did was he filmed it at his house. He got a copy of this, and he was filming at his house. It's probably maybe his kid off in the background or something.
'Cause I heard a
But
lot
the,
of-
Oh, the other people were like asking, like, you know, it's the government and stuff always goes out and pre-records shit, and they have it ready to go.
And it would be interesting to hear like what those people were saying at the end. You
Well,
know,
they were
like
just
some of the
saying,
questions.
"Can I ask a question?" Can they like no questions, and they just walk out. He walked out of the room.
It's interesting. So I wonder. So was that supposed to be like a canned audience for this guy? So
No, because whenever they bring out something like that, they have all the mainstream media there waiting to ask the questions, and he took no questions. It was all
Gotcha.
mainstream media there.
Okay, so this is the thing. They were there just getting this thing recorded.
Yeah.
And when they were about to ask questions, he was like, no.
Yeah, just making it look real, obviously,
Wow.
just like it's ready to run. And
That's some scary shit though. And
Yeah,
he
it
did
is.
say, he said if this what did he say, to get this epidemic under control or whatever.
Yeah.
I forget the wording he used, but that's how you could tell. And at first I was thinking, okay, just martial law. Okay, you're claiming martial law for what? But now when he actually said with the spread of this disease or this epidemic or whatever he was
Right.
calling it, you know, that's when you're going, okay, man, come on.
Yeah, yeah, it's
you know what that was for.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Scary shit, man. Scary shit.
And this is a time and day we're living in.
I know. And
I never, ever thought. Yeah, I mean, you know, throughout the years, you've seen shit, you've heard stuff, and I've never seen such a disregard for something that could potentially, if real, really fucking take our country down and a lot of other countries.
Well, that's it. And like the guy was just saying there, you know, now you can't seal the borders.
No,
I mean,
it's too late.
I guess you could, you know, but to keep, you know, the spread of it from spreading even more.
Like I said, this is almost verges on criminal neglect.
Yeah. Well, why are they bringing? Well, this whole fucking government needs to be brought up on fucking treason charges.
Yeah, I mean,
you
all
know?
the way back to Bush and them. I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think they all should be back in line.
Who was that was saying something about what do we have? Who we got to vote for? Hillary Clinton or Jeb Bush? Jesus.
You know, I kind of just lost my train of thought. I don't remember what the hell I was gonna. I just sniffed this stuff over here. I'm just like, phew,
You're trying to clean
burnt my brain.
clean your Ebola out there, man.
Yeah, burning Ebola out my nostril holes.
Well, and I mean, shit. Now it's, you know, you're in a position where I mean, what is it? You can do what you can, but there's really not much you can do.
Well, what are you going to do? I mean, with something like this, it's like, okay, at one point in time, a lot of people thought, well, if it was just riots and things and the government was trying to come, you would defend yourself with guns and that. What are you going to shoot? Ebola fucking virus? You're going to shoot at that?
That's it. I mean, all you can do is be preventative somewhat, as far as washing your hands and, you know, just be careful, you know. But fuck it. For me, it's habitual. Like, I'll rub my eyes or, I pick my nose. You see me doing that all the time.
Well, and the weird thing is they're telling people over in Africa not to take the public transportation system.
Okay.
But they're not saying don't sit next to somebody who looks sick. They're saying don't take it at all, because that would lead you to believe that it's very highly contagious in a small area.
Well, yeah.
So,
well, they just said sweat. I mean, shit.
Sweat.
You can get sweat on you from anything.
Breast milk. I mean, you know how many women spray breast milk on me a day?
It happens all the time.
I know. I'm walking down the street, all of a sudden, hey, you, right in the eye or
Blasted
something.
with titty milk, huh?
Yeah, it's like a squirt gun contest or something.
Yeah, you know, I get. We're not trying to scare you, per se.
Just saying what's going on. That's it.
Just letting you know how it is, that you want to look at both sides of this shit, you know, so you're fully educated on it.
Okay. Like I said,
I don't consider myself an authority, by the way.
I'm not either.
You know?
But I'm not stupid,
No.
so I have an opinion on this.
Well, absolutely. My opinion is the first time that this shit was here, or there was even a scare of it. Remember, there was still a scare of it
Right.
being outside the country. There was talk of it, remember? That's the point when they should have closed the
There's
goddamn
almost
borders.
0% chance it'll ever come to America. Bingo, it's here.
Close the goddamn borders. Sorry,
they're
no
too
planes
late.
go over, out of the country. It doesn't, regardless of where you're going. I don't care if it's the zone or not the zone.
Right.
No international flying at all. So no one comes in from out of the country. No one goes out of the country.
Well, the biggest thing that I had said, and I said this to you outside, okay, you've got people out there saying, well, okay, even if you believe that it could be here, it could not be, and you're saying, oh, it's a false flag, then you should be just as afraid. Because if it is a false flag, and I'll explain to everybody what a false flag is in case nobody's listening or they're listening and don't know what that is. That is when the government or an agency or something puts up something that's not true to hide something they are doing.
Oh, yeah.
To have you believe in something, to scare you into doing something else or whatever, that's a false flag. So if it is a false flag, then you still should be afraid, because that means they're up to something else.
That was like my thing that I used to say about, all this talk about Illuminati this, Illuminati that. And I always thought that was bullshit, because it was like, okay, that's something to scare you. That's the boogeyman. Something to scare you against something that, of trying to fight something, whatever's real.
No, you're wrong.
Take your mind off of the real threat.
You're so wrong.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing that's truly scary is, like I said, Warren Buffett and freaking Hillary Clinton running in 2016.
Yeah.
That's the boogeyman.
Yeah, that is the boogeyman. We'll be right back, bitches.
You better start asking yourself what measures are you taking out? Again, who pumped the gas before you did?
What up, though? It's the undeniable JT Money, a.k.a. the Bitchizer, and you tuned in to STIM Radio with Maxwell Silverhammer and GJ the Jerk Man. Heavy that. And guess what? They hate hoes almost as much as I do. So don't sleep on these cats. And speaking of sleeping, don't forget to check out my new single, Hustling, from my new project, Morning Wood. It's going down heavy, baby. And speaking of being out, I'm out like a busted traffic light, you already know. Get him, Jay!
Answer me this. When did having a lot of YouTube hits and hella MySpace friends begin to determine whether a rapper has good music or not? Let's be serious. You wouldn't trust half of these people to wash your car or your dog. But you gonna let these people determine what music you listen to? That's crazy. You gotta be a leader, man, not a follower. And check out that classic album by your boy Black Ice, 5.0 Reasons, 10th anniversary, 1998 to 2008. It's that classic Bay Area G-Funk and mob music. Sample the entire album at cdbaby.com, rhapsody.com, Napster, and iTunes. Or just Google your boy Black Ice. That's Y-A-B-O-Y, Black Ice.
He was a young white kid from the suburbs who had it all. Yo, Pops, when you gonna paint my motherfucking Bentley and shit? Sorry, son, I'll get to it. It's just been very hectic down at the office. But he wanted something more. Yo, I wish I could be a G, dog. He wanted to come from those mean streets and be a G like his compadres that he looked up to. Yo, man, if only I could have a gag, dude. I'd bust the most caps out of any G. Then he met Jay Fucker on MySpace, where he learned to rock up that crack cocaine with the dopest of OGs from the street. Yo, we gonna hit the track right now, and we gotta slang these hover rocks to these motherfucking fiends, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, can I roll with you, dog? Can I roll in your 6'4"? It's a tale of urban struggle. Yo, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive out in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, I can dig it. It was a tale of romance. Hey, dog, you mind if we sleep in the same bed? Gerald Jisenbag and Harold Hardcock give it 2 thumbs up. It's Black Cock Down. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Maxwell Silverhammer of the award-winning Shit That Irks Me. Now, usually, I'm joking and having fun and laughing, but in this case, I'm here to talk about something very serious. There's a phenomenon that's going on all over this country. It's called dimpling or dimple caking. That's right. There are lonely-ass, poor, sorry sons of fucking bitches that have no friends, no life, and nothing really going on for themselves. So they need people to talk to. So what they'll do is they'll call your phone. And usually what you'll do, being the heartless son of a bitch that you are, you'll just let the phone ring and roll it into your voicemail. And then you sit there and you contemplate, oh no, I have to call this person back. I have to call this person back, knowing that there's quite the chore that's in front of you. What do you do? If you're the heartless son of a bitch that never calls them back, you need to stop now. You need to call that person back and do your dimple duty. That's right. It is your dimple duty to make sure that this person is happy and content and feels worth. That's right. This person needs to feel like they have some worth. So, do your dimple duty today. Thank you. I am Maxwell Silverhammer with a public service announcement. Do you hate women that you can't fuck? Have you tried to rub your dick on some woman's foot and she turned you down?
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, if so, you need Game for the Mentally Lame. That's right. If you're a mental retard and women are trying to kill you with their Google Cheesy Leezy, then this is the book for you. That's right. Learn brand new pickup lines. Hey, baby, you hear my fake? Wanna hit on it?
No, I don't want to sit on your face, but I'd like to split your fucking lip.
Or you can also learn brand new ways of being smooth and romantic with the come-ons. Hey, how about we go have some choochie, and then after that, we can go to the rum one.
Great, just what I've always wanted, my own drunken alcoholic retard. No thanks.
So see, the proof is in the tard. So get Game for the Mentally Lame for only $19.99 if you call now. Order Game for the Mentally Lame for all tards and those who can't quite get it. At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Available for digital download only.
Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass, with such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, you fakes at your fun. My tongue's replacing the gun. My toleration is none. Fuck a buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters. So turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you be getting a ticket. And if you
straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scams. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts.
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. Back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul. R&B, soul. Hip-hop bangers like. Hip-hop bangers like.
25 sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the bay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot.
Classic throwbacks like.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. But I damn near got caught, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on JNJ.FM.
We are anonymous, and you're listening to Maxwell Silverhammer
Fuck that guy.
and DJ Jerkman,
Yeah, fuck that guy too.
only on STEM Radio.
Damn, this shit really hurts me.
STIM Radio. STIM Radio.
Oh, yes, bitches. Welcome to Hour 2, Segment 3 of the shit that fucking irks me. You know, you would think with the advent, are you planning on fading that anytime?
You know what? I was hitting the wrong one. I wonder why. I was like, what the hell's going on here?
I'm like, all right, Jerkman.
I was doing the wrong one.
You fucked with me the first hour, but I figured...
That was an accident there.
Aha.
I was actually turning down my headphones. I thought, why are my headphones getting so damn low?
So, yeah, the music was still cranking, and I was talking over it. But you'd think, with the advent of fucking voice technology, you know, people can send their dicks and pussies over fucking internet lines now, you know, over to their phones, but yet voice technology is shit. You know, I'm out there fighting with my phone, you know, because I got a phone call. Well,
You told him not to call you back. They did anyhow.
I told them not to call. Yeah, see, people listen real good nowadays, don't they? People fucking. We live in the land of the defos. I'm back. So yeah, but I'm sitting there. I'm fighting with my goddamn phone. You know, I'm saying to who to call, and it's going read out, and then so it's reading the contact information. Then I'm going and it says, "What do you want to do now?" I'm like, "Call," and then it's like, what did it say? Did not recognize command or some shit like that.
Something like that.
I said the shit in fucking plain English. You know, I don't have a speech impediment. I don't have an accent.
Well, you do kind of, but I don't want to tell you that.
I have an accent?
No, you have a speech impediment.
There
it is.
I didn't know that. So, you know, yeah, I'm talking to this thing, and you know, this took me 5 fucking minutes just to call this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, shit, it was easier back in the day when you could pick up a phone and just dial their number, you know?
Does this upset you?
It pissed me the fuck off, yes.
Literally?
Because, you know, voice technology should be better. It's like when you do those, you know, when you call to pay your bill or whatever, and it's like, what would you like to do next? And then, of course, they put more of that shit on there now, like technical support. You know, like if you're calling Cox for technical support, that's a good example.
Right.
You know, then it says, I can help you with your problem. Please explain in a few short words what the problem is. And you're like,
they knew it was you, and they could still help you with your problem?
Yeah, somehow they know it's you. And you say, I have no internet connection. They're like, I'm sorry. You say you have a fat erection? I didn't get that. And you're like, no, I said I have no internet connection. I see. You shouldn't fuck without protection. Like, you deaf shit. Or then it'll pull something really weird from something you said. Like, for instance, you know, if I say call George, it'll say, did you say dad? You know, and you're like, where the fuck are you getting dad from George? Though 2 words don't even fucking rhyme. So, yeah, I don't know how they've designed the voice technology, but you think, you know,
they'd have a little better by now.
Well, yeah, but you know, we're a deaf shit society. Nobody listens to shit half the time anyway. Everybody, we do the deaf man, you know. Well, we got this dance. It's called the deaf man. It's where you make sounds and talk with your hands. You go, you could even tap it out on your TDD. You know what I'm saying? You just go in public places, make funny sounds, really stupid for those around. They look at you like you are deaf, and you say, that's right, I am Bat, do the deaf man.
Wasn't it the Bart Simpson song?
I'm doing my
the
own
Bart
version.
Man.
I'm doing the deaf man. I'm doing the deaf shit. So, deaf people piss me off in general anyway. You know?
Blind people piss me off.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too fucking bad. I don't really care. Hey, you know what? It's a preference for certain people.
So what pisses you off about deaf people?
The fact that I can't communicate with them. I don't like. You know what? I don't like anyone I can't communicate with. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
if there is no way to communicate with them, I can't stand them. I can't be around them because I can't talk to them. If you don't speak English or you're fucking defo, you know, or whatever, you're nonverbal, I can't communicate with you. I'm sorry. You know, I'm at a disadvantage, so it pisses me off. And I'm like, okay, well, sorry, I can't talk to you. Like one time I remember I was in a swimming pool when I was a kid, and some kid swims over to me and starts definating. He's like, bam, yeah. And I'm like, what are you saying, little nigga?
He was trying to talk to you.
Yeah, but I don't speak deafage. So it was kind of difficult for me to go right back to him. What the fuck was I going to say?
Just talk. He would have read your lips.
I don't think he could read my lips.
Oh.
I don't think. You know, that's it.
He may have been able to.
He can't even tell me that he can read my lips, so I don't know how he communicates. Next thing I know, I got somebody latched onto my arm going, and I'm like, okay, what do I say to your deaf ass? I can't say shit. So, you know, I'm sorry. People say that, oh, you're not accepting. You know, how can you as a blind person be? You know what? It's very easy because I'm obviously already at a disadvantage. You know, so if you can't speak to me and you can't communicate with me, then we can't communicate.
Wow.
So fuck off. Don't come to me. Don't talk to me.
Fuck off?
Don't look at me. Yeah.
Damn. You're starting to hate everybody, aren't you?
I do. I told you I'm not prejudiced. I hate everybody. You know? It's the thing. It's like, if I can't communicate with you, I hate you. You know? I mean, that's just... At least with you, you can see, so you can do some, you know, there's some visual things you can do. But if I can't communicate with somebody, it's frustrating. And I'm like, okay, I can't communicate with you. There's nothing. Stay away from me. Don't fucking talk to me. I can't help you. You know, whatever you know, there's nothing we can do for each other. If we're stranded on an island, you're stuck. Okay? I don't know what you're going to do. Maybe you're will like summon some kind of god or something, you know, that will send some ship that will rescue us from this island. But I don't know how you could be of use of any way, you know, when I can't talk to you. So that's how it is, man. That's how I feel. That's my feeling.
I think you need counseling.
I do?
Yeah.
Well,
I think I've been put here to help you.
Have you?
Yeah, I believe I have been.
Okay.
Now let's talk about this issue that you have with people you can't communicate. Is it because without sight you feel trapped in the world that you're in, and without the communication of verbalness, it frustrates you more because it makes you realize that your own inadequacies are overcoming you?
Actually, it has nothing to do. It just makes me realize that, hey, I do have an inadequacy, and so does this person, and I can't help them. I'm not the adequate person to help you with it. It's called me being honest with myself. You know, I'm not going to try and be like, oh, okay, that's it. You know, obviously there's no way I could ever communicate with that person. I just can't. So, what am I going to do? You know, maybe I'll start making sounds back, you know. I mean, if they can communicate somewhat, then it's okay. Like, I told you about the time they stuck me in with a deaf roommate in college, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay. So that kind of shit. When I walked in and, well, he could talk, though, and he could read lips. So, you know, as long as I spoke to him very slowly, we could communicate and we could function and we'd be fine. And even my mom asked me, you know, do you want to ask if you can switch rooms? And I said, no. I don't want to. I want to make sure. I want to see if this will work first before I do it.
Right.
But now, if this guy was nonverbal, then there'd be no fucking way. You know, we couldn't do it. You know, it'd just be strange. So
I think it's your inadequacies. I think it makes you realize that you're blind.
I know I'm blind.
But I think it puts it more out there for you that communication's no longer there, and upsets you deep down inside. That seriously, I think deep down inside you just get this like, I should be able to communicate. I've got no other way to communicate or communicate to you but hear you. And now the fact I can't see you, you make me feel and remember where my limitations are.
Well, you might be right. But all right, at least I'm embracing that. I'm honest about it, right?
Yeah.
You know, oh yeah.
I hate you, fucker.
Well, I have a limit. You know, that's obviously it definitely slams it home that, hey, I'm limited when it comes to this shit. You know, that I can't necessarily help this person or communicate with this person. So, you know, it's kind of difficult. But, you know, the other thing, too, is like, it's like people who won't learn. You know, it's one thing when you're deaf and you can't speak and whatever. You know, that you can't help that. But when you just won't fucking speak English because you're lazy, you know, then that pisses me off. You know, when people refuse. Although, like I said, even with defos and shit, it's hard to communicate. I stay away from them. I avoid them. You know.
So yeah, it's just more of a not the fact you hate them because they're deaf.
Well, yeah, I mean they can't help how they are.
Yeah, I hate
the
communication's broken down so badly that it's kind of a waste of time for you. Really.
Right, exactly. I hate the situation because, but the thing is, the other person should be using common sense too. Oh shit, he's blind. He can't speak to me. You know, fuck. I went to a thing one time, it was because people always call us at work or at when we're at events, and they come up, and the first thing they ask us is, well, what resources do we have for the hearing impaired? Which we really don't in our situation. So, I want to get some resources so when people do come up to me with that stuff, I have something to give them. You know what I mean? So I actually went to an open house event at the Deaf and Hard of Hearing Advocacy Center. And so I went there, and I'll tell you what, it was fucking weird. I was probably as fucking weird to them as they were to me.
You, yeah.
Yeah. And they probably, and having said this, I know a lot of deaf people probably fucking can't stand me. They're probably mock my people.
Well, that's probably what they're saying to you. They're probably calling you an asshole and stuff.
Oh, they probably are.
Probably like, you dumb fucking unsighted piece of bald goddamn shit.
No, they're saying.
Doesn't matter.
That's what
doesn't matter in their language, man. They're ripping you up.
Oh, I'm sure they are. But that's the point. I probably annoy them as much as they annoy me. They probably hate blind people. That's all right. I can't fault them for that shit. That would be as equally as frustrating. When you can't speak and you can't hear, and here's this person, their world is all about audio. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So this is like, I'm like the anti-fucking, Christ to these people, which I understand. So I couldn't get mad at that. But it was really strange because there was a lot of people, and they were all around me, and they were making noises and making, just doing whatever they do.
So to you, it was just a bunch of jibber jabber gibber gobble.
Oh, it was,
and upset you.
Yeah, it made me feel uncomfortable and awkward.
So is there ever a time that you just say to them, look, I can't truly understand what you're saying because
How can you?
Because
they can't hear you.
They can read your lips.
Not all the time.
Well, not all the time, but a lot of times they can. So if they can, you now can communicate, and then what they can do is you can have them communicate to you with yes or no answers by just slapping you in the forehead like once or twice.
Yeah.
Once for yes, twice for no.
That'd be great. Hey, slap me in the forehead. That's what I want. Just keep doing that shit. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the whole or another pet peeve of mine is repeating myself. You know what I'm saying? That always fucking,
Right.
Well, that's why I got so pissed off at the phone here. When it's going, cannot understand the command. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Because I hate repeating myself. That's just something, I got an issue with that. It's what it is.
Yeah, you also have issue with your phone, just even talking to the damn thing outside.
Oh, God. Your mom.
You could hear it all the way back here, though. What the hell is he doing?
I was like,
and
I said, call, motherfucker.
My mom's like, I think he's out there fighting with somebody. Like, who would he be fighting with?
I went outside. Somebody just went up to someone and just started a random fight. No, it was fighting with someone. It was called my phone. Yeah, and it was because it was pissing me off. I was screaming at it because I'm like, I said call. And then it's like, did not understand the command. And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Really? I have to say it in language, defo language for you, fucker.
Wow.
So, yeah, that was...
you should be ashamed of yourself. You know that, right?
No, I'm not ashamed of myself. I'm just real with myself. See, that's it. So many people, try to play this, oh, I love everybody and accept everybody. No, I don't love everybody.
We know that.
I don't accept everybody. Matter of fact, there's a lot of people I don't fucking like.
Can you start giving us a list of people?
How much time you got? I only got an hour now. So I don't think I'm not able to do that. No, you know what? Hey, at least I'm honest with myself.
Yeah, true.
And I'm like, I don't like that, or I don't like this, or whatever. I'm honest about shit. I don't try to play this role.
I got somebody from Oregon that wants to go with me.
Oh yeah?
To the fetish.
Now why?
And fantasy ball.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about this a little bit.
Yeah, she said she'd go, but she said there's not enough tickets. There's only 2. So I asked her who else would be going.
And gee, I wonder who else she'd like.
Yeah, I wonder who that would be, baldy boy.
Why not? Why don't you? What
do you mean? You want to go to this thing?
No, you know what? You guys go, and then when you come back, I'll see her.
Ah, okay.
There we go. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, you know what? It's an excuse for her to come to Vegas.
See, there you go.
You go with Jerkman to the ball, come home, and you come see the other balls. So, but
this thing doesn't stop till like 4 in the morning.
Fine, you guys have fun.
You'll get her at the break of day.
Yeah, I'll get her later. You just need somebody to go with.
Yeah, I want someone to go along, have some fun, hang out, do that thing. Now I have another event coming up this Tuesday, and I need somebody that I would like to find a nice lady that would like to go, and it's actually I've got a motel room too, or a hotel room, so they'll have to stay in the same place with me. I promise I won't touch you.
Oh, nigga.
You can put signs and things I'm not supposed to look at or whatever, I don't care. But I got it's
Well,
It's going to be at Beecher's.
What's funny is people are hitting you up from all these other states on your face. I wish
Yeah,
I could
I
go.
know.
It's like, well, what's the point?
Because it's like, I've got this to go to. There's going to be a lot of celebrities there. It's Tiffany Masters' birthday. So there's going to be a lot of people there, a lot of celebrities. We get VIP stuff. Obviously I've got a great room. I get it all comped to me. So.
And you're having trouble getting somebody to go with you.
I can't get. What the? Okay, do I have fucking Ebola or something? Did I touch some fucking wild bush meat?
Well,
because my God, it's like. What the hell is fucking wrong with me here?
Well,
maybe it's not me. It's the rest of this goddamn whacked out world.
Maybe that's it. Maybe you're not.
Jesus
you're just
Christ.
not on
I'm a
the same-
decent fucking guy. I'd like to think so. I don't hate everybody like you do.
Yeah, I hate everybody.
Yeah. I'll even go with the deaf girl.
Okay, let's see. Let's get some advertisement out there for you.
You forgot to do this, like a walking thing, like we're going there.
Oh.
2 fingers out, like your fingers are walking.
Oh, is that the sign language?
Like your fingers are doing like, there you go, yeah.
Is that how it is?
Yeah, walking.
Okay. All right, so I said in Dangwich, for anybody who's out there watching, I spoke defo to you, and I said Jerkman needs somebody, so any hot chicks, can go to the fucking fetish and fantasy ball with Jerkman. So there you go.
No, but I've got something this Tuesday coming up too.
Oh, yeah, and he's got something Tuesday, too.
Beecher's house, yes, and it's Tiffany Masters' birthday.
Cool, man.
Shades of Gray, they're calling it. And she's actually going to pop out of the cake topless.
Oh. I thought you said naked.
Well, probably a bikini bottom,
How about nothing? Why does she just not wear anything?
Well, because I think it's like certain laws. You can't do certain things. But,
Really?
yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I don't pass the damn law.
Fucking dumb.
But, yeah. And, a lot of celebrities, a lot of great people are going to be there. We get VIP'd. I get a room at the end of the night so I can crash because they're like, hey, you were going to get your room. You want a room? I'm like, yeah, I'll take the room too because I'm going to crash if I'm drinking or something. I don't want to have to take off. I'm going to party till late in the morning and, hang out with some celebs and shit and have some fun and Tiffany and Michael and everybody else. And, of course, I guess Bo's going too now, and he's the guy throwing the fetish and fantasy ball. He was the guy that was in the station tonight, get me the tickets because it's sold out.
Man.
The fetish and fantasy Halloween party has been sold out. There's going to be 7,500 people at this thing.
Damn. This is, you said next week?
This is on Halloween night.
Oh, Halloween.
So but it's not till later that night.
So much for trick or treating.
No, I'm going to take my boys out. It's not till later that night. It doesn't start till like around 11.
All right, so Halloween
10
night,
or 11.
Halloween night, we will not be doing a show then. Is that right?
Yeah, hopefully. Me and AK talked about maybe getting our boys together and taking them out trick or treating first.
That means I got to stay home with the little fuckers knocking on my door.
Yeah.
Trick or treat.
I hope they're all deaf too, and they
what
kick
I'm
you
gonna
in the
do?
balls.
I don't have a cat anymore, so I can't give them little fucking
cat
shits. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you do that before?
No,
you were one sick bastard.
I thought about doing it. I thought about, hey guys, I made brownies for you,
And
you
you're
little fuckers.
They never go to that damn blind man. He hands out cat poop. He doesn't even know it's not Snickers. He must eat those and think that they're Snickers.
That would be some funny shit, though. If I was standing there handing them cat turds.
And
Here you go. I made brownies.
But that means they thought you would be eating these things.
Right.
You thought they were food.
He thinks they're brownies. They're really turds.
That's just disgusting.
I don't know what I would hand out this year. Maybe I just need to fucking jizz on a rag and,
Oh, that's kids. Come on. You don't want to go that direction.
Just be like, yeah, that's true. It's kids.
Yeah, they're kids.
So, well, let's see.
Cat turds is bad enough.
Oh, yeah, cat turds would be fine.
Yeah.
Well,
just go get someone else a neighbor's cat or something.
There we go. Can I borrow your litter box for a few minutes? I just need to get some scrape-ems.
Yeah, walk out. Because, they hold the dish, they hold the bowl and bring it out with the candy. You hold a kitty litter box.
Actually, you know
Here,
what,
kids,
though?
take as much as you like.
Hold on, the jizz rag might be okay, but it'd be for the mother.
Oh.
Be like, hey.
But there's still kids involved, so you don't want the kids seeing that.
Well, that's true, but they wouldn't know what it is. It's just like, hey, this is for your mom.
You really got. And I used to think that they were just going to beat you in a nursing home. No, they're going to torture you first, then beat you, then cut little parts of your body off and have you eat them.
Damn.
Then beat you some more.
That's pretty major. Yeah, but the jizz rag. Let me see. What can I do with that? Like, hey.
Wow.
I'll soak it in my jizz and chloroform, and then chloroform the mom, and okay, I'm gonna drag your mom in the house for a second, okay?
Wow. Traumatizing children still.
I'm not traumatizing them. They can, I'll send somebody else.
You just won't let that go, will you? You got to throw this jizz rag in somewhere.
The jizz rag's got to be somewhere. Yeah.
You just can't let that one go.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Just trying to think. Yeah, because I don't want to be home when it's Halloween night. You know what I'm saying? Because kids are going to come to my door. I mean, I could turn my lights off, you know, whatever, but...
How will you know if they're off?
See, there's my brother.
How will you know if your lights are off?
Because the switch will be in the down position. That's how I know. Because I'm good.
But you know, someone out there is probably wondering... How does he know if his lights are on?
Good point. Yeah, there are probably people. Well, you know, there have been times that my lights have been on.
Well, you wouldn't know it if someone else turned it on.
Right, because it's not like I'm checking the switches all the time and going,
Unless you went around and go, okay, that one's in the up position, so apparently it's on.
Yeah, so I don't even think about it because, you know, hey, no pun intended, out of sight, out of mind.
Right, well,
you know?
it's true.
And, you know, I did have kind of somewhat of an SMJ today at the doctor's office.
Oh, we'll have to wait for that one then.
I did have a couple...
so you want to hit the music with it when we come back?
Yeah.
Or is it not enough to
well, it's not that
warrant
big.
the music?
It's not that big. It's not. I'll just talk about it in the next segment, I guess.
Okay. So do you want me to like start your music to go to commercial?
Yeah, you can do.
I can do that.
Fine.
You sure?
Yeah, you can do that one.
All right.
That's all good.
If I send my kids over, they getting cat turds for?
Well, I don't have a cat anymore. But
all right.
Maybe I'll give them dog turds instead.
Oh crap! You know what?
What?
Stopping the music now then.
Oh, why? Because I give them dog turds.
You're gonna give them dog turds.
Okay, I won't give them dog turds.
Okay, so you give them what?
Moose feces.
There we go. Much better. It's imported.
Yeah.
What up, though? It's the undeniable JT Money, a.k.a. the Bitchizer, and you tuned in to STIM Radio with Maxwell Silverhammer and GJ the Jerkman. Heavy that. And guess what? They hate hoes almost as much as I do, so don't sleep on these cats. And speaking of sleeping, don't forget to check out my new single, Hustling, from my new project, Morning Wood. It's going down heavy, baby. And speaking of being out, I'm out like a busted traffic, like you already know. Get him, Jay!
Answer me this. When did having a lot of YouTube hits and hella MySpace friends begin to determine whether a rapper has good music or not? Let's be serious. You wouldn't trust half of these people to wash your car or your dog. But you gonna let these people determine what music you listen to? That's crazy. You gotta be a leader, man, not a follower. And check out that classic album by your boy Black Ice, 5.0 Reasons, 10th anniversary, 1998 to 2008. It's that classic Bay Area G-Funk and mob music. Sample the entire album at cdbaby.com, rhapsody.com, Napster, and iTunes. Or just Google your boy Black Ice. That's Y-A-B-O-Y, Black Ice.
He was a young white kid from the suburbs who had it all. Yo, Pops, when you gonna paint my motherfucking Bentley and shit? Sorry, son, I'll get to it. It's just been very hectic down at the office. But he wanted something more. Yo, I wish I could be a G, dog. He wanted to come from those mean streets and be a G like his compadres that he looked up to. Yo, man, if only I could have a gag, dude. I'd bust the most caps out of any G. Then he met Jay Fucker on MySpace, where he learned to rock up that crack cocaine with the dopest of OGs from the street. Yo, we gonna hit the track right now, and we gonna slang these hover rocks to these motherfucking fiends, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, can I roll with you, dog? Can I roll in your 6'4"? It's a tale of urban struggle. Yo, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive out in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, I can dig it. It was a tale of romance. Hey, dog, you mind if we sleep in the same bed? Gerald Jisenbag and Harold Hardcock give it 2 thumbs up. It's Black Cock Down. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Maxwell Silverhammer of the award-winning Shit That Irks Me. Now, usually, I'm joking and having fun and laughing, but in this case, I'm here to talk about something very serious. There's a phenomenon that's going on all over this country. It's called dimpling or dimple caking. That's right. There are lonely-ass, poor, sorry sons of fucking bitches that have no friends, no life, and nothing really going on for themselves. So they need people to talk to. So what they'll do is they'll call your phone. And usually what you'll do, being the heartless son of a bitch that you are, you'll just let the phone ring and roll it into your voicemail. And then you sit there and you contemplate, oh no, I have to call this person back. I have to call this person back, knowing that there's quite the chore that's in front of you. What do? If you're the heartless son of a bitch that never calls them back, you need to stop now. You need to call that person back and do your dimple duty. That's right. It is your dimple duty to make sure that this person is happy and content and feels worth. That's right. This person needs to feel like they have some worth. So, do your dimple duty today. Thank you. I am Maxwell Silverhammer with a public service announcement. Do you hate women that you can't fuck? Have you tried to rub your dick on some woman's foot and she turned you down?
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, if so, you need Game for the Mentally Lame. That's right. If you're a mental retard and women are trying to kill you with their Google cheesy leasy, then this is the book for you. That's right. Learn brand new pickup lines. Hey, baby, you hear my fake? Wanna hear on it?
No, I don't want to sit on your face, but I'd like to split your fucking lip.
Or you can also learn brand new ways of being smooth and romantic with the come-ons. Hey, how about we go have some chuchi, and then after that, we can go to the rum runner.
Great, just what I've always wanted, my own drunken alcoholic retard. No thanks.
So see, the proof is in the tard. So get Game for the Mentally Lame for only $19.99 if you call now. Order Game for the Mentally Lame for all tards and those who can't quite get it. At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Available for digital download only.
Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass, with such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, you fakes at your fun. My tongue's replacing the gun. My toleration is none. Fuck a buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghosts.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters. So turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you be getting a ticket. And if you
Straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scams. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts.
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. Back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul. R&B, soul. Hip-hop bangers life. Hip-hop bangers life.
25 sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the bay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot.
Classic throwbacks, life.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. But I damn near got caught, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on JNJ.FM.
We are anonymous, and you're listening to Maxwell Silverhammer
Fuck that guy.
and DJ Driplin,
Yeah, fuck that guy too.
only on STEM Radio.
Damn, this shit really hurts me.
Oh, yes, fuckers. We are back, and we got the hamster with us.
Yep.
So, here's the thing. This is what inspired this, and I don't know what you guys were talking about when I walked out, but I got a call from my brother last segment, and, of course, I couldn't take it because I was on the air, so I listened to the message when I went to break, and he's talking about, you know, he can't get a hold of my dad and doesn't know where my dad is, blah, 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 and, you know, whatever. And so then he says, I'm trying to put pressure on him, man, trying to get him to retire. He really needs to retire now because my dad's in the medical field. And,
Yeah.
You know, he's like, he wants him to retire because, this whole Ebola thing and whatever. And I'm thinking, you know what? Dad's been in the medical field longer than you've been alive. So, he's a grown man. Let him make his own decisions. But he's going to be that micromanaging son that's going to try to get my parents, they need assisted living. He'll be that fucking kid, that annoying kid. So I guess, and I don't know what you guys were talking about when I walked out. What was your thing?
Well, we were just talking about, being older and things and how some things get to you when you get older, like certain things you can't do. But then there are some, people look at me and they go, I can't believe you're that old. And I said, well,
you're that old?
What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to
just
dress
die.
a certain way? Am I supposed to lay down? What am I supposed to do? This is me.
Well, that's it. They have this idea that you should, that all of a sudden they need to control your life because, see, and it's funny because being blind, I think, gives me a little edge on this shit, because I understand it a little more as opposed to a lot of able-bodied adults, they don't. They just see their parents getting older and like, oh my God, they need assisted living. They need this. They don't.
Yeah.
Like when they stuck my one grandmother did need to go into assisted living because she had pretty bad dementia.
Yeah, well, there's cases when you can't help. Like with my mom, we kept our mom out of a nursing home until it got so bad that she just couldn't do anything. She had to be watched 24 hours a day, and we couldn't do that.
That's how my grandma was, too.
But when my mom was good enough to get up, go to the bathroom by herself and do things by herself and sit down and eat and stuff like that, there was no thought about it.
See, this is why you want to stay active. Everybody who thinks retiring is the answer and the way to go, no. You fucking, you work as long as you can, honestly.
Well, I believe in working until you can, and I know you slow down when you get older. You're not as you're not going to be a 20-year-old. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be walking 50 miles, and then some
active.
people do. But you don't have to because somebody says your age dictates what you should be, what you should look like. The stereotype of, okay, when you get to be 65 and you can get your Social Security, now you should just lay back and do nothing.
Yeah, that's it. You're getting a check now. You don't have to work anymore. So, he's been pushing on both my parents to retire, and I'm just like, don't.
Oh, that's the worst thing that can happen to somebody is to make them stop working.
I know, and that's my mom. I loved it the other night because she's like, yeah, I just signed another 5-year contract. I'm like, yeah, you're going to keep working. So I think it's great.
Yeah, and it's not so much about, it's not really about the money and stuff like that. What it's about is
your
just,
mind.
It's being yourself. It's being, because not everybody has to stop living at 65.
Exactly. It's mind, body, and spirit. You still got to keep that going.
Yeah, you can retire, but you don't have to retire from life.
See, this is what I'm telling G Motors. Because, he's retired now.
Yeah, I was hearing you talk to him. I heard you talk to him.
Oh, you heard me say about, you're going to get bored. You should do
stuff
something.
like that. Yeah.
And he's like, I'll piddle around. I'm like thinking, dude, you're going to be fucking, by the time you're 60 in 10 years, you're going to be a complete, you're going to be bedridden.
Well, what happens is that once you stop slowing down like that, and if there isn't a reason, like now if you're sick and stuff like that, that's different,
Right.
But if you don't have an illness and you're just, it's just an age thing, there's no reason. There's just no reason. I was on May's show, I couldn't stop doing what I do. And there's times when I'm tired, times when I don't want to, times when, I'm saying, oh, okay, today I'm not with it, I don't want to do it. But I couldn't imagine. I mean, here I am at the station, I'm almost 70 years old. I should be home sleeping.
Yeah, you should be in bed.
Yeah.
Watching reruns of
whatever.
I love
watches the news rerun.
I
just
do not
as bad.
watch the news reruns, but I did. I used to watch the news quite often. Anymore, it bores me. I go home and
well, you can only watch so much of that.
Oh my gosh!
But that's it. People just degenerate now. It's like they think, and why does everybody think it's about traveling? Oh, travel.
Yeah, I know. Why do you have to be stereotyped into a certain, stigma of okay, this is what you're supposed to do. Like when I got older, everybody said, well, you don't look your age, you don't dress like it. Well, how am I supposed to dress? I mean, I'm not out
dress
being
like an old lady.
Yeah, I'm. That's not me.
Exactly.
Why should I be something I'm not? It's not like I'm out there trying to be a 20-year-old, getting all this Botox and all that stuff. I'm just me. I like being me. I like doing things. I don't think twice about it. And I know one thing, if I had to sit home and not have anything to do, I'd go out of my mind.
That's what I'm saying. Gotta stay active.
Yeah.
Shit.
If you're able to do that, don't talk anybody into being, something that they shouldn't be, something they don't want to be.
Exactly. Oh, you're getting older now. I think it's time that you start playing bridge or
yeah.
whatever. Fuck you.
Oh my gosh.
Trying to make somebody stick to the stereotype. Well, that's what it is. People love to lump you into a stereotype. If you're a senior citizen, you better do senior citizen things.
Yeah, you should be taking it easy. You should be going in and playing golf, or you should be, things that are just minute that won't require you to do anything, like use your mind.
The movie you guys should see, Jerkman should get this on Netflix. It's Las Vegas with Morgan Freeman and Robert De Niro.
We did see that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't see it?
You didn't see it?
Oh, you should watch it. You should watch it.
You'll
There's
have
one
to.
part where Morgan Freeman's son finds him in Vegas and is like getting ready to read him the riot act, and Morgan Freeman just schools the shit out of him, and he's like, "Listen, let me tell you something. I'm an adult. I can do what I want. Don't tell me what to do. Now you either sit here and have a drink with me and we'll have fun, or you can fuck off." Basically, in so many words.
Yeah.
So I thought it was great that he put him in check like that.
Well, that's one thing good I'm glad about my kids, because they just keep me going and going and going.
Oh, good.
I mean, there's no like only if I'm sick. They'll say, Mom, you should slow down, or Mom, you should do this. But only if I'm sick. But then that's only for a day or two. And then they're back on the phone. Mom, where are you? We got this to do, and we got that to do. Let's go here, and let's go there. They don't let me
just
they think of me like I'm,
and
they just think of me as being young again. And sometimes I say to them, hey, I got to slow down a little bit. I am a little bit older than you,
yeah,
you know.
There are times where I'll forget, too.
Yeah.
You know, with my parents. I'll be like, well, why don't we do this, Dad? No,
Yeah.
well, no, son.
Yeah.
I'm not like I used to be. You know?
I mean, there are disadvantages to being older, because your body does slow down different. Like I was telling George, you will start aging. It's just inevitable.
Shit, Jerkman's aging already.
I know.
Look, I mean, damn.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't have to.
Really?
I had to get one in, man.
Yeah. It's okay. We got the end of the show coming.
Oh.
But because you have an age, because there's a number, doesn't mean that you have to put a picture next to it that makes you look like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's just like, well, everybody wants me to be the blind guy, and do blindo things and go out and inspire people all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? That's not what I do. My job is to inform, not to inspire. For the organization I work for, that's what I do. I inform you about what we do.
Yeah.
I'm not to go out and, like when I went and spoke to that, whatever it was, the Lions Club, I told you guys about that.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, why don't you talk to them a little bit about what you've done in life and the fact that you get your ass wiped in the morning and, that you don't eat your own feces.
Yeah.
And, and it's like, no.
You don't? I thought you did.
Once in a while.
Okay.
I'll pull a turd out of my undershorts and just chew on it. I kind of use it as like taffy. You know what I'm saying? When I'm hungry.
Yeah, you shouldn't make people, tell them that, oh, well, you're this age now, you shouldn't be working. That's the worst thing in the world. Nobody in my family ever stopped working till they died.
That's it. You work till you die.
Yeah,
man.
they just worked till they died. My grandfather, my grandmother, my grandparents, my dad, my mom.
That's what I'm working on right now.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you don't want to just, oh, come on, now we're going to baby the shit out of you and you need to retire. Stay the fuck out. They're still adults.
Yeah.
And as long as they're competent adults,
right.
Stop trying to micromanage their fucking life.
Right. And then if something happens to them, and that's, that they have to stop or something, then that's different.
Oh, shit. You should have seen it the one night. My mom was having a party at her house, and she had a little to drink. And she decided she was going to get in the pool. Well, I guess she got in the pool but slipped.
Oh.
And hit her head against the side of the pool.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. I got a phone call. Mom just fell in the pool. And I'm like, so I'm calling. I'm like, what happened, man? Nothing. She just scraped her arm up a little bit, and she's got a scratch on the side of her face. Well, okay, you're calling me about this? Well, yeah, because it's dangerous. I told you alcohol is dangerous for her to be drinking. Shut the fuck up. Just stop micromanaging people. Although, you know what? It's kind of funny because my mom micromanages, too.
Yeah.
So it's like, you get a taste of your own medicine. So,
Yeah.
but no, he's definitely going to be that micromanaging son. That's, Dad, you need to go in assisted living. Now, come on, they go to play bingo every week. That'll be fun for you, right? They got a lot of activities and games for you.
If my kids did that to me, there would be hell to pay.
It's almost like their way of getting back at you.
And if we don't, there's still hell to pay.
That's right.
That's why I don't have. There's another reason, number 6,005,000 whatever that I
thought you didn't have kids because you couldn't see where they were and if they'd be in danger or not.
That's not. Nah, that's.
You're getting back now.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, how's that feel, fucker?
All right, dead man. So, anyway, no, my whole thing is, I don't want somebody micromanaging my life when I get older.
Yeah.
Telling me what I can and can't do.
Yeah.
I live that way right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. That's why I said being blind gives me an edge on that because I have people doing that to me now.
Yeah.
So, I kind of can sympathize a little bit, with some senior citizens when they tell me that their,
right.
kids or family are trying to tell them to, take it easy and go play fucking bridge. Or,
Yeah, I know. I don't even play bridge, so I wouldn't even bother. But now I do play Mexican trains. But
what is Mexican trains?
It's like dominoes and stuff. It's kind of like that. I don't know.
What is that? You try to get them across the border?
No, it's we eat a lot of beans and he who can toot the most.
Oh, that's cool. I want to play that game.
I knew I opened up a...
I'll play that game with you.
I knew I opened up.
She knew she opened up a can of beans.
But now you can't ding me for having to buy cigarettes though that night if we do decide to play that though, Jerk.
Oh no. See, you guys are playing the game. I'm still collecting.
So you're going to charge your mom for cigarettes too?
No, she didn't make the deal of falling in love.
Oh yeah, that was then. This is now. God damn it. I'm going to use the excuse that everybody else uses. But
yeah, but that's the right thing. Don't make them have to because you have an expectation of what an older person is supposed to be. Don't pass it on and say, oh, this is what you've got to do. Don't do that to your parents.
Exactly. I don't. I'd never, as long as they're able-bodied and can get around and do what they need to do,
now, if they
then they're
can't,
good.
if they can't, then you have to do something.
Yeah. Then obviously I'll be like, okay, now it's time to intervene. They're not able to do. But
as long as they can work, as long as they want to work, as long as they want to do anything, whatever. I want to go skydiving. Who
let 'em do
cares? Yeah, and that's what I'm going to do.
Shit, you know what's scary though? See, is when I get older, he's gonna be doing the same shit to me.
Oh yeah,
he's the younger brother. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I'm not looking forward to that either.
No, I guess not.
Him being in my bed. Come on now, we gotta move you over to an assisted living. Oh yeah, we're gonna argue all the fucking time when we're older. I'm sure it's gonna be worse.
Guess, yeah.
Shit, we did a lot as kids. I'm sure we're gonna be doing that when we're, we don't argue as much anymore. But I can just I see that because he's the type of person. It's got to be his way.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? You got to do things his way, or else
he goes by whatever the world put out to him is the way it's supposed to be. Is that
that's
the way
how
it
it's
is?
going? That's you better do it that way because I say so. I'm the dictator.
Yeah, now you gotta get out of that.
Yeah, well, no, good luck with that. That's just his
guess.
thing, you know what I'm saying? That's how he is.
No, that's how he controls the things, so he's, and he feels good about it because he thinks he's doing the right thing, I guess.
Yeah, which, it's like, okay, and then, of course, it turns into the martyr bullshit. Well, I'm doing this for you, and if you wouldn't do it for me, I'm only your brother, and I'm only your this, and it's like, oh, come on, don't play the family card with me. We used to get into it a lot.
Yeah.
Well, in my 20s was when a lot of that shit started to come down.
Yeah.
But he's relaxed a little bit since then. I think he's realized, Max is a stubborn fuck, and he's going to do what he wants to. It's good. The earlier you realize that I am a stubborn fuck and I'm going to do what I want to, when I want to, the better off you're going to be. You
mean to tell me there's nobody out there that realizes that about you?
You'd be surprised. People still try to push their shit on me. Come on now, if you just would change your mind, you'd be a lot better,
Yeah, well, we all know you, so.
That's right.
I don't know who the hell he is.
Well, except for Jerpin. He doesn't really know me that well.
Barely know anything about the damn guy.
No, not a single fucking thing. If anyone asks you.
I can't understand him. He's blind.
He speaks Braille, Shit.
Speaks Braille.
Actually, here's the one. This is the SMJ thing I was going to tell you guys about real quick. When I went to, had a few doctor's appointments today.
Mhm.
Everything was good. Everything checked out all right.
That's good.
So I'm sitting there waiting for my paratransit bus.
Mhm.
And this lady walks up, offers me a glass of water, and I said, okay, thanks.
Mhm.
So she brings me water, and she says to me, can you hear the TV? Do you want me to turn it up? And I'm sitting like right by it, And I'm like, no, I'm good, thanks. And she's like, you sure you can hear it? I'm like, yeah, I can fucking hear it. I'm blind, not deaf. So anyway, she's like, okay. Well, so she finally left it alone. But yeah, for a minute she was kind of SMJ about the whole thing,
Yeah. She didn't get it the first time around, huh?
Or the thing with the signing earlier when I was gonna, sign my
Right,
shit,
right.
Sign all my paperwork and whatever.
Uh-huh.
She was like, do you have somebody with you here today? I'm like, do you see anybody with me? I'm standing right here. Is there anyone? Yeah, actually, my imaginary friend is here. Will you sign that for me, please?
Oh, my God.
What?
I just realized something.
What? Oh, my God. That's a motherfucker.
It's the end of the show.
Damn. Well, I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
I'm Hamster.
Oh, if I didn't have Alzheimer's, I could remember who the hell I am.
And well, that's the story there, bitches. I'm amazed you remembered that.
Is that shit that hurts me? Jimmy